Good morning and welcome to Waking Up with Don, and thank you for watching. Our viewership grows every single day thanks to you. And I'm going to have my morning sip of coffee brought to you by Deja Brew out on the beach. Best coffee on the beach. You got to try it, guys. I have here today Lauren Williams, Christina Williams, the Williams sisters, who are not related.
No.
You just happen to have the same last name.
Yes.
And you're here for a very special event, aren't you?
We are, yes. Emerald Coast Hospice is proud to sponsor the Beach Chamber's annual Women's Work-Life Symposium coming up on May 16th. And we're here today to hopefully let all the women in our community know about the opportunity to attend this event.
Lauren, what's the symposium about? What are you guys trying to accomplish with this?
Well, I believe a few years ago, this is actually the 5th year that the Beach Chamber is hosting this event. We found a need for a conference just for women in our area because there's nothing like it close to it. There was nothing like it close to us on the Emerald Coast. And it's a day just to empower women, to inspire them to be the best versions of themselves, and really just a full day of pampering and investing in them and learning just different skill sets that they can bring to their household, to their workplace, and just find that balance in life that they're looking for.
So is it going to be more of like a motivational type thing or an informational thing? Or
It is. We have 7 speakers that are going to be there to present throughout the day, 3 keynotes, and then 4 breakout workshops that the women get to choose to attend 2 of them. And they range from financial information to a Home Depot do-it-herself workshop so that we can fix stuff around the house ourselves. But just like Lauren said, a way for our women in our community to learn and empower themselves to have a better work-life balance.
Lauren, do you think that women have challenges that men don't?
Oh, absolutely.
Like in the workplace and yeah, I mean, are there things that you'd had to deal with coming up?
Definitely. I think finding our identities as we grow up is definitely more difficult. You know, we want to have those careers, but we also want to be the great moms or the great wives to our husbands, and just finding that balance and learning how to be the best of both is, a really hard obstacle nowadays. And if you only want to do one, even learning how to do one just, the right way is even a challenge. But hopefully this conference and this symposium will help women how to, find that right balance.
Christina, work-life balance, and Lauren hit on something. Work-life balance goes for everyone. But I think women have special challenges because I got to tell you, my wife runs the household.
Absolutely.
And I don't even remember the last time I made my own doctor's or dentist's appointment.
Absolutely.
I mean, she really takes care of us.
Yes, and women are the caregivers in the household. They provide care for their children, they provide care for their husband, and they provide care to their parents. And so Emerald Coast Hospice is sponsoring this to help make sure that women in our community take care of themselves, because as women, we're often the last ones to take care of ourselves. We make sure everybody else is taken care of, but we might forget our own doctor's appointments or forget to make our dentist appointments because we're too busy taking care of others. Isn't
that the truth? We've got to run off to a break. But on the other side of that, I want to talk more about those special challenges and what you guys are doing to try and remedy all that.
Okay.
I don't know about remedy, but let's mitigate some of that stuff. I'm so glad I was born a guy. We'll be right back after your local weather, brought to you by the West Pittman Law Firm. westpittmanlawfirm.com. Welcome back to the show, and thanks for sticking with us. I have the Williams girls here, Christina and Lauren, no relation. They just happen to share the same last name, but they do share a common cause, and that is helping women find self-esteem and empowerment in everyday life. Is that a true statement?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And the event that you're sponsoring, Lauren, what's this event all about?
The event is about just finding work-life balance for women and empowering them and learning how to invest in yourself and just become, the best woman that you can possibly be.
Now, you'll have some speakers there and some other things going on. And I notice you've got a swag bag.
Oh, yes.
And now, is everybody going to get one of these with a registration?
Every woman will get a swag bag, and it's going to be filled with premium gifts. Some of these items include hair products, free facials, books, The list goes on, but we don't want to give everything away.
Okay, all
Leave
right.
some surprises.
And who are some of the speakers that we're going to have?
We have 3 keynote speakers. Our morning keynote will be Dr. Mary Wynn Dixon. She is coming from Georgia, and she is just going to talk about her rags to riches story and just how she just fought through every unbeatable outcome and just overcame that. And then we have the financial diva, Victoria Woods, speaking at lunch.
Financial diva.
Because I know I need help managing my finances. So she'll be speaking at lunch. And then to conclude the day, we have Jan McGinnis, who is a stand-up comedian. She won HBO's DC stand-up, stand-off comedy contest.
You know, it's funny. You don't see, you talk about like male career fields. Stand-up comedy is such a male career field. You don't see a lot of female stand-ups, do you?
You really don't anymore. And she's just a hoot. And she'll tie that into business and women as well.
And Dr. Evelyn Wynn Dixon, who's our morning keynote speaker, has actually been featured on NBC Nightly News and interviewed by Maria Shriver. So she's got a wonderful story, and we're just honored to have her come into our area and share her story with our community.
So you think that the women and girls that go to this symposium will be inspired by all that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. We hope so. That's our goal, is for the women to leave feeling energized and motivated, and like Lauren used the term, to be the best version of themselves, to feel confident in who they are as a wife, a mother, a single woman, employee, a boss, whatever. Whatever hats they wear in their life, that they're the best version of themselves.
You need those positive role models, don't you? I mean, it's more important than I think people really realize. You need someone to look up to, someone to kind of model yourself after. You don't have to be a carbon copy of someone else, but you can get some life lessons from other people's stories, can't you?
Definitely. And if just one woman is touched from this event, then we have reached our goal. We just want to touch people's lives and make a difference in their households and in their careers.
Now, any woman can go to this event? Is there a certain age or?
Any age, any career, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, anyone is welcome to come. You get a swag bag. We have breakfast and lunch catered by Bud and Alley's. It's a full day. It's from 7:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon. There's a women's winemakers wine tasting to conclude the day. Just lots of fun stuff that's awaiting them.
And how does someone get tickets, and how do you register to go? How do you do all that?
You can visit the Beach Chamber's website at pcbeach.org/events/women, or call us at 235-1159, and we'll get you signed up.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and getting us smart on what's going on, and thanks for what you're doing with women out there, because we love them, don't we?
Have to.
I know. It's amazing the human race survives. We couldn't without them. But thank you again, Christina and Lauren, and good luck with your event.
Thank you very much.
We'd like to have you back and let us know how that went.
Okay, we will.
And now off to your Max Biz tip, brought to you by Zenobia.
Hi, Zenobia Andrews here, your business system strategist, and I am delighted to be inside the Max Out Studios bringing you your Max Biz tip for today. Now, our Max Biz tip is going to be a little bit different today. I'm going to give it to you in an a la carte kind of style, right? I'm going to be sharing with you my personal positive approaches in life that I've embraced years ago that has brought me great success. Now, one of those things are you and I being positive about people that are around you. No matter what their attitude is, no matter where they're from, us being positive about them, saying positive things, complimenting them daily. You'll be surprised with just complimenting people and being positive about other people, how far that'll take you in your business and in your relationships. Another area is you must not meet negativity with negativity, meaning it'll only get worse if you come into a bad or negative situation being negative. So just turn it around and think positive. Another thing that I use is I always try to go the extra mile for other people. So you see, I keep talking about other people. Listen, in business and life and relationships, it's just not about you. You and I are not on an island all by ourselves. It's about building other people up so that as a whole, we can all move forward and reach our goals in life. Another area is I turn problems or challenges into opportunities. So I turn what disempowers me into what empowers me. And you have that same ability to do the exact same thing. And then another thing that I do is I try to bless the other people that are less fortunate than me. I try to bless them in some type of way. It doesn't always have to be financial. It could be sending a text message, making a phone call, sending an email. Those type of simple things, you'll be amazed at the type of energy that will bring back into your life and into your company. Listen, I'm Zenobia Andrews, your business system strategist, and I am here to support you. You can find me if you need further help at www.zenobiaandrews.com. And listen, if you follow me on social media, I'll definitely follow you back. And let's continue to press towards the max.
And now it's time for your pet health tip of the week from Dr. Stephen Favaloro from Forest Park Animal Hospital. Doc, welcome back to the show.
How you doing, Don? Good to see you again.
I'm doing great. It's spring break, and people are thinking about vacations, or they're taking vacations.
Absolutely.
What do we need to know about traveling with our pets?
Traveling with your pets, it's a very good conversation to have. One of the most important things when you're traveling with your pet, make sure you bring, your medical records. Particularly if you have a pet that has diabetes or seizures or heart disease, you're on a medicine.
And we've traveled with our pet. I have never thought to bring her medical records with us.
Most people don't. I admit I've traveled before without my pet with medical records, but I don't really need it as much.
Yeah, you are a veterinarian.
But
after all.
it's something you don't think about. But make sure you also bring ample amounts of your dog's own food. A lot of people will travel, won't bring their food, and then they have to go to another store, may not have their food. You change foods that quickly. A lot of times you get upset stomachs. Make sure you bring ample water. People don't think about that. They stop at a rest stop and who's got water for the dog? Nobody does. The dog's drinking out of a mud puddle, and you got an upset stomach there too.
And Florida's pretty good like that. Some of these rest stops have little dog walk areas.
They do.
And they have little spigots where you can give the dog some local water.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And another thing, when you're traveling with your pet, a lot of people will, stop at fast food. We don't always eat the healthiest when we're on the road, and your dog's sitting there looking at you with those doe eyes, and you give them a piece of your cheeseburger, and next thing you know, you're cleaning up the back of the vehicle
the family van.
There's either upset tummy or diarrhea, and then that's not fun, and that smell doesn't go away real quick.
No, it doesn't. And our little dog has always been very good on the road, and we haven't traveled with her so much lately. But when our kids were little, we used to take her everywhere with us. And we made sure to pack her treats, that we usually give her at home.
Yep.
We made sure to pack her food,
Yep.
Not some strange brand. And we even brought her bowls with us.
Yeah, and
so it was kind of a familiar piece of home that went with her. Yeah.
A lot of dogs get car sick. If you've never traveled with your dog before, and you're going on a long trip, dog getting car sick. So your veterinarian has good medicines or recommendations for medicines that you can take to prevent car sickness. So you want to get those ahead of time. Sometimes you may even want to try them out a couple of days before you go. Sometimes you'll give a medicine, the dog will have a bad reaction to it, or it won't work, and you're on the road, and here you go in this, got to find an emergency vet, and that's always, not fun.
And it's probably a good idea to wherever your destination is to kind of scope out the veterinarian situation there too.
Make sure you know where the emergency clinics are. Also to pet-friendly hotels. If you're going for a travel where you're going to be traveling for a couple of days, make sure you already have a destination of a hotel that's pet-friendly, and you can find those on the internet pretty easy.
When you're traveling with the dog, we used to let our little dog just kind of run around in the minivan, and she usually sat in one of the kids' laps or something like that. Should you have your dog in a dog carrier?
And that's an interesting, topic, and I know we're all guilty of that. I know I'm guilty of it too. But when you're traveling and pets are not secured, they could be a distraction to you. They could cause you to run off the road and not pay attention. You're trying to prevent the dog from going underneath your accelerator. I know someone who was in their big RV, and a dog got stuck underneath the accelerator, and they went right through somebody's house when they were going to visit. So, but they make a lot of harnesses out there.
Did the dog have insurance?
Not sure about that. But they do make a lot of dog harnesses, and people do have them.
I've seen those
that'll
advertised.
secure you to the seatbelt. But do your research research on that, because there's really only one of them out there that really passed the safety test that Subaru actually put forth to test these things. They
Really?
tested them at 30 miles an hour with different weights of dogs, and a lot of them failed.
What does something like that look like? Is it like a pouch that they sit in? Or
Well,
is it a
it's like
shoulder belt?
it's actually a three-point harness with the O-ring in the back, and it connects to where the seatbelt locks in.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, and there's one that really works, and I don't want you to have this feeling that just because you have one, it always works. Microchipping is a good thing to do in case your dog gets lost. It runs out of the, runs away, jumps out of the car, you can't find it. Somebody else
Can
finds
any
your dog.
veterinarian do that?
Any veterinarian can do a microchip. It's a pretty simple procedure.
Oh.
And
Because we always had the little tags and made sure that she had her collar, and just in case she wanders off, somebody know who to call.
absolutely, you always have a harness or a collar with identification. Like my dogs at home don't generally run around with collars on, but when we travel, we put one on.
Dr. Stephen Favolaro, thank you so much for that timely health tip of the week for our pets.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Welcome back to my favorite part of the show. Very fortunate to have Charlie Black in the studio today. Charlie, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
You're an award-winning artist and songwriter. You're in the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame.
I am.
And you've actually got a few hit songs under your belt, don't you?
I have written a few, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Is there one that we would recognize?
Well, I had a number one record with Alan Jackson a while back, and that was it made just a wonderful record out of this song. So it's one of those when you put it on and you just say, "Oh yes, thank you."
All right.
So
Well, I'm dying to hear it.
here we go. Let's begin with the day I met her, and how fast this good old boy's world got better. The sky got bluer, the grass got greener, and just the first few seconds after I'd first seen her, like my favorite song on a new set of speakers, best old jeans and broken sneakers, home run pitch floating right down the middle, sweet music made when the bow hits the fiddle. She's right on the money. She goes direct to my heart. When it comes to loving me, she's everything I need. Bullseye, perfect. She's right on the money. She's no red lights when I've overslept. She's a three-point jump shot, it's nothing but net. She's a handful of aces, Beaver's done deal. And I'm forever on a roll, that's how she's got me feeling. She's right on the money. She goes direct to my heart. When it comes to loving me, she's everything I need. Bullseye, perfect. She's right on the money. Well, now she's the best cook that's ever melted cheese. Ain't much around the house that I aim to please. There's absolutely no reason to doubt her when she says I wouldn't last 10 minutes without her. She's right on the money. She goes direct to my heart. When it comes to loving me, she's everything I need. Bullseye, perfect. She's right on the money. Oh yeah, yeah,
And we're going to wrap up this show with the musical stylings of Erin Martone from Elliott Vocal Studios.
She said, "Boy,
wiggling, wiggling.